Okay. So we were discussing last lecture. We ended at vestigial sideband, right? So this- so vestigial sidebands we were talking about, and what happened was that we came to know that it is not possible for us to make ideal. It is not possible for us. Let's. I think it is in this. So we were in the mode of vestigial sideband, and we knew that for an ideal single ideal single sideband, we require ideal filters. That is brick wall filters. Okay, and that is not possible for us to create an ideal filter. So we went for an vestigial sideband in which a sideband is passed with a vestige of the other sideband. So vestigial sideband modulation, VSB-SC, VSB-SC. Okay. So in this, we were comfortable that either lower sideband plus vestige of upper sideband, or upper sideband with vestige of a part of lower sideband will be passed. So this was discussed in the previous lecture. So we were in a stage that we wanted to know what are the conditions for such a transmission, because we know that what how to generate this. Suppose this is my MT. If I'm saying this is my MT, that is modulating signal, and if I am multiplying with cos of 2 pi fct, then I am passing through a filter, and getting my output. Okay, so if everything goes okay, and if I am going for a low pass filter or an up pass filter, and I say that I have applied an ideal filter having something like this, having a response of this. Okay, then what will happen? If I am saying that I have applied a low pass filter with a frequency response of this, so this is my low pass filter f h of f. This is an ideal filter. So what will happen? What will happen? Uh, if this is my spectrum, if this is my spectrum, okay, if this is my spectrum of MF, after modulation, my spectrum will be looking like this and this, okay, centered at FC and centered at minus FC, with a frequency of Fc minus Fm and Fc plus Fm. This is Fm, this is minus of Fm. Just a revision of what we have discussed in the last lecture. So when this will happen, and if I am passing through a low pass filter, then what will happen? The low side bands will be passed. The low side bands will be passed. The lower side bands will be passed. And similarly, if we are going for a high pass filter of frequency response Fc and minus Fc, I will be getting my upper side bands, that is something like this. Okay, so I will be getting my upper side bands. But this will happen only when the filter is ideal. So now we are going for non-ideal filters. Okay, non-ideal, suppose I am saying HPF, non-ideal filters. And now with a response of H of F, and now we are going for non-ideal filters. That means my response will be having something like this. We'll have a transition period. Okay. So if I'm going for a non-ideal high pass filter, that means my response will be something like this, minus of Fc, and it will have a transition period. And this transition period will pass the vestige of the other sideband. Okay. So if I'm applying a non-ideal high pass filter, that means I want this part, that is upper sideband plus vestige of lower sideband. Okay. And we have already discussed that VSB is mostly used for video transmission. when we were using for analog transmission, we were using VSB for video transmission. So this was clear. Okay, any confusion regarding this? Then I can go for the derivation, that why we are, what are the criterias for selecting HF so that VSB can be transmitted without distortion. Any doubts regarding this? That we have already discussed. So ideal filter and non-ideal filters. If we are going for ideal filters, this will be SSB, and if we are going for non-ideal filters, we are going for VSB. Okay, so let's start because I'm not getting any queries. Okay, so let's start. So I am taking the response of this filter as HF and signal is empty. Okay. So after multiplying with cos of 2 pi fct, my h x of f, or the output, suppose I am saying this is my xt, this is xt, the output xt. So my hf will be looking like half of m of f minus fc plus m of f plus fc multiplied with h of f. See this, when you multiply, when you multiply this with cos of 2 pi fct, you will be getting m of f minus fc and m of f plus fc. And then you multiply with h of f, because we are in the frequency domain. So if we pass through a LTI filter, okay, then convolution in time domain and multiplication in frequency domain. So my output will be looking like this. Okay, so this will be transmitted to the user. This will be transmitted on the channel, and then I will be receiving at the receiver end. At the receiver end, then we have to again multiply it, because at the receiver we mostly use coherent receivers. So just receiving the coherent receiver. So just multiplying it again with cos of 2 pi fct. This will be my x of t, because now we have transmitted the modulated signal x of t, and then it will be passed through a low pass filter. Okay, so this will be a low pass filter, and this will be, suppose I am saying it to be r of t or x of t, anything x of t, then r of t, and this should be empty, because at the receiver end my output should be the message signal that I have transmitted. Okay, so taking this into consideration, let's start deriving. So xt into cos of 2 pi fct. That means at rt, I can say that my r of f will be equal to, my r of f will be equal to half of, what will be relationship, x of f minus fc plus x of f plus fc, right? Again, just multiplying with cos of 2 pi fct, you will be getting two components, x of f minus fc and x of f plus fc. Now from the previous slide, I can take this, that x of f was equal to half of m of f minus fc plus m of f plus fc times of h of f. So from the previous one, I can take this down. So let's start. So now keeping x of f here and here. So now r of f will be equal to half, then half of m of, if I multiply this, keeping this here, so m of f minus 2fc times of h of f minus fc. Okay, and then I can do, if I multiply this with this, so it will be m of half of m of f times of f minus fc. Okay, then half of, if I pass this through this, sorry, if I pass this through this, so it will be half of m of f h of f plus fc. Okay, and then again half of m of f plus 2fc times of h of f plus fc. Okay, so just multiplying them and I will be getting these terms. So f minus 2fc and f plus 2fc. Okay, so is it clear? Just we have substituted them and get my function. Okay, now which components will be filtered out by my LPF? Which components will be filtered out by my LPF? This is centered around 2fc, this is centered around 2fc. So I think if you agree with me, so these components will be cancelled out.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
can someone answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So because we have done so many spectrum analysis, so I think this will be cancelled out and this will be cancelled out. So R of f after LPF, after LPF, okay, my LPF will be having a cutoff frequency of FM, okay, or F I can say. So after FM, so this will be, I can say, this will be of half of M of F, H of F minus FC plus half of M of F, H of F plus FC. Okay, so this will be my, I can say, this will be my output. Now, at output, if I can take my 1 by, okay, so if I am taking this output, so 1 by 2 and 1 by 4, okay, 1 by 4 times of M of F, H of F minus FC plus H of F plus FC. Okay, so at output, what our requirement was? At output, I wanted was R of F should be equal to K of MF. That means my output should be proportional to my M of F. Okay, so ideally, this should be a constant or this should be 1. This should be 1 so that this doesn't have any effect on M of F, because if this is some distorted function, something like this, it will be attenuating a part and passing a certain part. Okay, so what I want is that this function should converge to 1. Okay, so for the criteria, that means the ideal not high pass filter, the ideal high pass filter, we have taken high pass filter, must satisfy must satisfy h of f minus fc plus h of f plus fc should be equal to, if this criteria is fulfilled, then in that case, our VSB will be passed and demodulated without any distortion. Okay, so if you can analyze this, see this, my high pass filter was something like this, centered around FC, then centered around minus of FC. If you analyze this, you will be seeing that you have to shift it such that my spectrum is something like this. So it should be something like that. If we shift this function, I should get a an one for the spectrum. Okay, so that uh, any part of the spectrum doesn't go attenuating. Okay, so this is the criteria that you have to remember for VSB-SC. Okay, so this was all about VSB-SC. VSB-SC in your numerical in your examination will be theoretical. No numericals will be coming from this part because this is mostly a theoretical part. What are the advantages? Advantages will be advantages will be less complex. That is clear. Less complex. Okay, and having less bandwidth than DSB-SC. Okay, so these will be the advantages. Disadvantages, again, if I have to write disadvantages, I will be saying having more bandwidth, than SSB-SC, having more bandwidth than SSB-SC. Okay, and have to fulfill a criteria, and if that is not matched, the signal will be distorted. So this was all about our DSB-SC. Now the last topic, any doubts regarding this you can raise. And the last topic from the first unit is AM receivers. Starting with this. So the next topic or the last topic will be AM receivers. Okay, so last topic will be AM receivers. If you have any doubt regarding the previous topic, please ask. So just summarizing what you have to learn in the first part, you have to learn the AM modulation. When you are using AM modulation, then you have to learn the relationship between modulation index, terms modulation index, the power relationship, the efficiency. Okay, and then modulators and demodulators. Okay, these were the parts that we have discussed in AM. Then we went for DSB-SC. DSB-SC again, the this modulators and demodulators, and then efficiency, how it is greater than efficiency of AM. Okay, then we went for SSB-SC. Okay, similarly modulators and demodulators both, and then showing the power saving greater than DSB-SC. Okay, when we are saying power saving, those who have attended, they must be knowing what you understand by power saving. Then we went for VSB-SC. So in VSB-SC, we were only discussing the criteria, okay, for ideal, for non-ideal filters. Okay, and the advantages that you have to discuss, the theory part. The advantages. Let's stop writing. Okay. Advantages. Okay, so these were the topics that we have already covered. Okay, moving to AM receivers. So in AM receivers, there are two topics in your syllabus. Those are tuned radio frequency and super heterodyne receivers. So first is tuned radio frequency. So when we are talking about AM receivers, that means we are talking about the practical receivers that we are available. We are not talking about the demodulators. We are talking about the complete circuitry that will select a frequency in the environment, because we were using AM for these for music transmissions and everything. Okay, AM was received in our home, so we required some receivers at our home for helping us receive the signal. So first is tuned radio frequency receiver. Tuned radio frequency receiver, that is also known as TRF receiver. TRF receiver. So tuned radio frequency receiver. So let's check what is its circuitry. So first is, for any communication in the wireless domain, we have to use an antenna. Then an antenna was followed by RF filters. Okay, Okay, or I can say RF amplifier, RF amplifier. Okay, this RF amplifier, this RF amplifier will be also known as tuned circuits. Okay, why I will be calling it tuned circuits? Because it will be consisting of filters also, because it will be tuned to the base station frequency or tuned to the ground station frequencies, and they have to filter out the noises. Okay, then it will be followed by a detection circuit, or I can say demodulation circuit. It can be a detection circuit or a demodulation circuit, demodulator, whatever you want to write. The function will be to retrieve our message signal. And when a message signal will be retrieved, then I have to pass it through an audio amplifier, because AM was used for transmission of audio to the audio amplifier. So my message signal was basically an audio signal. So here I have retrieved my message signal. So I will be passing it through an audio amplifier, and this was connected to your speakers. This was connected to your speaker. Okay. So loudspeaker or anything. So this was the circuitry of TRF, that is tuned radio frequency. Here you are getting FRF, and here you are getting F of M. So if I am saying F of RF, that means I am talking about carrier frequency, because the transmission will be taking at carrier frequency. Okay, so this was the general circuitry. If you can understand this, the transmitter, the antenna, this antenna will be receiving electromagnetic waves. Okay, electromagnetic waves it will be receiving. Then it will be giving it to the RF amplifier. This RF amplifier will be tuning it to the base station. Now, what will happen is this frequencies, the AM broadcasting that was taking place, the AM broadcasting that was taking place was generally in the range of 550 kilohertz to 1650 kilohertz. Now, it was 1550 kilohertz or 1650 kilohertz. A big range of frequencies were taken. And every station had its own center frequency. No one was using the complete band. They were given a certain bandwidth, and they were given a certain uh, this uh, this broadcasting frequency. So now what happened was, if certain station is transmitting at 700, or certain station is transmitting at 100 kilohertz, then this tune frequency should be tuned to that transmitting station, to that base station. So the tune circuits is, that is why it is called a tune circuit, because we have to tune our AM receivers such that we can listen to a particular station. So what happened was, these circuits, every filter has its quality factor. Okay, so this quality factor, if you can remember from this from the network classes, that quality factor is generally given by the center frequency divided by the bandwidth. Center frequency divided by the bandwidth. Okay, so if I am working at a center frequency, suppose I am saying, if I am working at a center frequency of RF of 1000 kilohertz, suppose I am working at this 1000 kilohertz, okay, and my bandwidth is 10 kilohertz. Every station is being given a bandwidth of 10 kilohertz. In that case, okay, that means my audio frequency signal is of 5 kilohertz. So bandwidth is 10 kilohertz, center frequency is 1000 kilohertz. That means my quality factor will be something around 100. Now, this is a big challenge to create a filter with a quality factor of 100 or 150. This is a big challenge. This is not possible practically. Not possible practically. Okay. But even if we make it, suppose I make a 100 quality factor filter, then what will happen? Now my band is 1600 also. So suppose now the user wants to tune it to 1600. Now the user wants to tune it for 1600. 1600, and the quality factor that he has assigned is 100, because the filter cannot change this 100. The quality factor is not adaptive. Quality factor is not adaptive. Okay. So if quality factor is not adaptive, that means it will be fixed for our AM receiver. And if quality factor is fixed, what will be my bandwidth? What will be my bandwidth? What will be my bandwidth? If the quality factor is 100 and the center frequency is 1600, then what will be my bandwidth?
16 kilohertz.
16, right? Right? Okay.
Yes.
It is. The station was transmitting with a frequency with a bandwidth of 10 kilohertz. Okay, center is FC. 10 kilo, sorry. I am saying that my station was transmitting at FC. FC, suppose I am saying 1600 or 1000. Let's see the previous example, 1000. And my center frequency was 1000 with a bandwidth of 10 kilohertz. That means 995, and here it will be 1005. Okay. Now, this was okay because it was transmitting with 10 kilohertz bandwidth, and we have tuned it, and my quality factor is 100. Now, when we have tried to receive 1600 kilohertz, what happened was my spectrum, the tuned receiver was having a bandwidth of 16 kilohertz. Center frequency is 1600, so it will be 1592 and 1608. Now, every station is being allotted, 10 kilohertz. So it should be ideally here. It should be ideally here from 1600, from 1595 to, I can say this is 1595 to 1605. But because of the fixed quality factor, it will penetrate into the spectrum of the other band, other station. So it might be possible that it is allotted to some other station, Okay, in that case, what you will be doing is you will be creating interference with the adjacent channel. So I will be calling it as adjacent channel interference, because of the spread bandwidth, you are penetrating into the channel of the other station. So you will be creating an adjacent channel interference. Okay, because now you will be receiving signal not only from your station but also from the adjacent channel. Okay, so if I am listening to a particular classical music and the next station is transmitting some hip hop music, I will be listening classical plus hip hop. Okay, so I will be getting an interchannel interference, or I can say it to be adjacent channel interference. And this is only because my quality factor of 100, or the quality factor is so high that it can't be tuned again and again. Okay, so this was the problem with our TRM. First, a high quality factor, that is not even possible. And even if we go for that, then what will happen is we will be going for an adjacent channel interference. Okay, so first and foremost, what should be the problem solving solution? What will be the solution for this problem? If you were an engineer and you were given such a problem that now you have to solve it, the quality factor should be reduced. Now the quality factor can be reduced either by, how will you increase the quality factor, reduce the quality factor? आप क्वालिटी फैक्टर को कैसे रिड्यूस करोगे? इसको इंक्रीज करके या तो इसको डिक्रीज करके? यस,
Yes, sir.
बैंडविड्थ को डिक्रीज इंक्रीज कर सकते हो क्या? बैंडविड्थ इंक्रीज करोगे, दैट मींस यू आर यूज what you are doing, हर स्टेशन को ज्यादा बैंडविड्थ अलॉट कर रहे हो. If you are allotting higher bandwidth to every station, you are wasting resources, right? So this is not possible, increasing bandwidth. The only possible is FRF को डिक्रीज करके. नाउ FRF को तो हम डिक्रीज नहीं कर सकते because I cannot ask GSM, suppose it is transmitting at 900 megahertz. मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगा कि भाई मैं सर्किट नहीं बना सकता, so आप 100 megahertz पे ट्रांसमिट करो. We cannot go for that. What we can go for that is हम एक इंटरमीडिएट फ्रीक्वेंसी बना लें. हम एक इंटरमीडिएट फ्रीक्वेंसी बना ले एंड इंटरमीडिएट फ्रीक्वेंसी पे ये सब चीजें कर ले, RF एम्पलीफिकेशन. ओके, एंड देन वी गो फॉर डिमॉड्यूलेशन. तो सोल्यूशन इज, जो आप फिल्टर लगा रहे हो, जो आप फिल्टर लगाना चाहते हो, वो इस फ्रीक्वेंसी पे लगा इंटरमीडिएट. दैट मींस आई हैव टू what I have to go for, I have to decrease this frequency. Okay, I have to decrease this frequency. और frequency decrease कैसे किया जाता है किसी चीज का? ना frequency decrease कैसे किया जाता है? डाउन कन्वर्जन कैसे किया जाता है फ्रीक्वेंसी का? कोई तरीका बताओगे? जनरल क्वेश्चन है, डाउन कन्वर्जन करना है मुझको फ्रीक्वेंसी का. सपोज आई एम वर्किंग एट, जस्ट एग्जांपल, सपोज आई एम वर्किंग एट just okay, suppose I am working at 10 kilohertz. Okay, I am working at 10 kilohertz and I have to down convert it to 5 kilohertz. कैसे किया जाए? डाउन कन्वर्ट करना है अपने को, कैसे करें? Out of 30 students, 29 students, no one is giving answer. इतना इजी क्वेश्चन है. डाउन कन्वर्जन कैसे करते हैं? इसको किससे मल्टीप्लाई करूं मैं? इसको यदि मैं 5 किलोहर्ट्ज के साइनोसॉइडल सिग्नल से मल्टीप्लाई करता हूं, व्हाट विल हैपन? If I multiply 10 kilohertz with 5 kilohertz sinusoidal signal, what will happen? 15 kilohertz will be generated and 5 kilohertz will be generated. Agreeing to this or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then I will pass through it an LPF. ये मिल जाएगा मुझको?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, तो डाउन कन्वर्जन करने का तरीका क्या है? आप मल्टीप्लाई कीजिए किसी साइनोसॉइडल सिग्नल के संग और एलपीएफ लगा दीजिए. अप कन्वर्जन करना है तो मल्टीप्लाई कीजिए और एचपीएफ लगा दीजिए. यू विल बी गेटिंग दिस. तो इसमें इतनी डिफिकल्ट चीज क्या थी? ओके, सो दैट मींस इंटरमीडिएट फ्रीक्वेंसी में लाने के लिए आई हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई इट विद सम कोसाइन सिग्नल्स और साइनोसॉइडल सिग्नल, साइन सिग्नल, एंड देन आई विल बी गोइंग फॉर डिमॉड्यूलेशन. ठीक है, यही कॉन्सेप्ट तो हम लोग मॉड्यूलेशन में भी यूज करते हैं ना. मॉड्यूलेशन इज नथिंग बट फ्रीक्वेंसी ट्रांसलेशन. For me, it is frequency translation because I have to translate my signal to a higher bandwidth or higher frequency. Okay, so before moving to the second techniques, we have found the drawback in the first technique, and we have also found a possible solution for the first for the drawback. Because to decrease the quality factor, we have to decrease the center frequency, and that was not possible. So we went for a down converted intermediate frequency, and then we will go for demodulation. So this is almost clear. So let's see a particular numerical on TRF, only on TRF. Okay, example on TRF, just to understand the concepts. Okay, a TRF AM receiver is designed to receive the signals in the standard broadcast frequency range of 535 to 1605, whatever it may be. The specified bandwidth of the channel is 10 kilohertz. The specified bandwidth is 10 kilohertz. I have already discussed this, 10 kilohertz. And they are saying the frequency range is 535 kilohertz to 1605 kilohertz. Okay, mostly it is 540 to 1600, whatever be. So 1605 kilohertz, 535 to 1605 kilohertz. Calculate the required range of quality factor of the tuned radio frequency. Range of quality factor. In this question, it is asking the range of quality factor. So you have to find the range of quality factor for such an AM receiver which is having its frequency range of 535 kilohertz to 1605 kilohertz. So just quality factor minimum will be equal to 535 kilohertz divided by 10 kilohertz. That will be 553.5, and then quality factor max will be equal to 1605 divided by 10 kilohertz. That will be 160.5. And you know that 160.5 is not even possible to design. This is impractical to design. Okay. Now, second question. A TRF AM receiver is designed to receive in the standard range, again 535 to 1605. The specified bandwidth is 10. If the practical value of Q, if the practical value of Q, if the practical value of Q is selected to be 120, okay, 120, and the received frequency is 1605. If we have selected the quality factor to be 120 and we have to receive frequency of 1605 kilohertz, what will be the bandwidth? What will be bandwidth? And you have to comment whether it is acceptable or not. Whether it is acceptable or not. Okay, so when you will be dividing it, so what? How to find the bandwidth? Bandwidth कैसे निकालोगे? 1605 divided by 120. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So it will be coming around 13, 14 something. Okay, 13 or 14. It's
13.75.
5. Okay, 13.75. Okay, so 13.75 kilohertz. So now bandwidth was 10 kilohertz. Bandwidth allotted was 10 kilohertz, and you are getting a bandwidth of 13.75 kilohertz. Obviously, it will not be acceptable. And the comment that you will write will be, what comment you will be writing? You will be saying that adjacent channel interference will be created, so it is not acceptable. When you are answering it, it should be clear that adjacent channel interference will be created and hence it is not acceptable. Okay, so these are the types of numerical that can come in your examination. Okay, so be prepared and remember these terms. Okay, so these are the problems with the TRF. Now moving to the solution that we have got, and it is known as super heterodyne receiver. Super heterodyne receiver. So this is the second receiver, and this is the practical receiver that is being used till now. Okay, remember this, in some books what you will be getting is this RF amplifiers is broken into three amplifiers. Okay, what it is going is they are going for the cascade amplifiers. So don't get confused by that. If you are going for some books or references, some books break this RF amplifiers into cascaded amplifiers. So the concept will be same. Okay, so heterodyne for us, heterodyne, homogeneous heterodyne. What heterodyne means? Mixture of things. So for heterodyne, we mean that we will be mixing frequencies. So we will mix two frequencies. And this was the concept that we will mix frequencies to down convert our RF transmitter. So the concept behind that was this. So let's try to draw this structure. Okay. So firstly, the antenna will be there. Antenna will be followed by an RF amplifier. RF amplifier that will amplify the receive signal amplifier. RF amplifier RF amplifier is followed by a mixer, I can directly draw a mixer. This is nothing but this. Okay, mixer multiplied with a local oscillator. Okay, this will be multiplied with a local oscillator. Box wise you cannot understand, तो ये सिंपल सा है. यहाँ पर FC आ रहा था और यहाँ पर हम लोगों ने इसको किसी मल्टी फ्रीक्वेंसी से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया. Let it be F. So I will be creating, suppose I am saying it to be F of local oscillator FL. Suppose I am saying FL. So FC plus FL I will be generating and FC minus FL I will be generating. ठीक है. So simple concept ये है. Mixer. Then it will be passed through and now अब हम लोगों ने यहाँ पर आ गए हैं. अब हम इसको इंटरमीडिएट फ्रीक्वेंसी कहने वाले हैं. सो इट विल बी पास थ्रू एन इंटरमीडिएट फ्रीक्वेंसी एम्पलीफायर. सो IF एम्पलीफायर. ओके, नाउ वी आर वर्किंग ऑन दिस. क्वालिटी फैक्टर रिड्यूस करना था तो हम लोगों ने लोअर फ्रीक्वेंसी पे आ गए, IF एम्पलीफायर. देन वी विल बी गोइंग फॉर द डीमॉड्यूलेशन. डीमॉड्यूलेशन करने के बाद ऑडियो एम्पलीफायर. Similar structure, audio amplifier, and audio amplifier करने के बाद we will be passing it to the loudspeaker. Okay, so ये structure होगा. सिर्फ और सिर्फ structure में जो change आया है, the change that we have brought is this. Otherwise, the structure is same. So we are just trying to translate the frequency to a lower frequency so that we can go for a lower quality factor. Okay, so अब हमारा concept ये कहता है कि now we have to move to a intermediate frequency. So IF is for us, IF will be for IF will be intermediate frequency. Why I am calling it intermediate frequency? ना ये FC है ना FM है. दिस इज नाइदर FC जिसमें हम ट्रांसमिशन कर रहे हैं, नॉर इट इज FM जिसपे हमको मॉड्यूलेशन सिग्नल चाहिए, मॉड्यूलेटेड सिग्नल चाहिए. दैट मींस द मेसेज सिग्नल चाहिए. ओके, दिस इज कैरी. So it is neither this or FC, so it will be an intermediate frequency. Okay, so my local oscillator, what should, if this is fixed, I have to fix this. This is fixed because हमको filter को fix रखना है. FIF is fixed. Okay, so from getting this is F of RF. So if I want FIF from FRF, what will be my frequency of local oscillator? If requirement output जो होना चाहिए, that is it should be FI of F. यहाँ पर एक mixer है, mixer means multiplication plus LPF मान लो. ठीक है, this is also consisting of an LPF. ठीक है, हमको FLO क्या दूं मैं जिससे कि FRF से FIF मिल जाए. So my FLO, that is local oscillator, should be, if I am considering FLO to be greater than this, FRF plus FIF is equals to FLO. Suppose ले लेते हैं. Then what will happen? If I pass this to this, so two things will be generated, FRF plus FLO and FRF minus FLO. So FRF plus FLO means 2 FRF plus FIF, and FRF minus FLO will be FIF. Okay, so this can be blocked using a low pass filter. So this will be blocked. I can say this will be blocked and this will be passed. जो हमारी requirement थी यहाँ पे intermediate frequency. Okay, and intermediate frequency will be lower, so the quality factor will be lower. ओके, बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आ गया कि हमको लोअर करना था. IF फ्रीक्वेंसी को हम लोग ने इसको स्टैंडर्डाइज कर दिया कि ये फिक्स है, दिस इज फिक्स्ड, एंड इफ दिस इज फिक्स्ड देन वी हैव टू चेंज द लोकल ऑसिलेटर सच दैट हमारा ये वाला काम हो जाए. सो माय लोकल ऑसिलेटर फ्रीक्वेंसी विल बी ऑलवेज इक्वल टू the transmission frequency, that is the carrier frequency, plus the intermediate frequency that we have generated. Okay, and this is when we have taken FLO to be greater than FRF. Okay, and if we are going for a solution जो जल्दी जाते नहीं है, if LO is less than FRF, okay, special case है, if we are going for this solution, then what will be my frequency of local oscillator? If I pass this FRF minus FIF, what will be generated? What will be generated? If I pass this, क्या क्या generate होगा? 2FRF minus FIF, and other will be कुछ आंसर देने का मन नहीं है क्या? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I can go
Yes.
for this solution also and this solution also. FRF, if हम FLO की बात करें, लोकल ऑसिलेटर की बात करें, तो हम ये भी पास कर सकते हैं एंड ये भी पास कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, मोस्टली वी गो फॉर अ लोकल ऑसिलेटर विद अ हायर फ्रीक्वेंसी. ओके, उसका रीजन भी है, इमेज फ्रीक्वेंसीज की हम बात करते हैं बाद में, तब दिखाएंगे रीजन भी है. Okay, so now what will be happening is हम intermediate frequency पे ले आए down convert करके, so we have reduced the quality factor and hence solve the problem. Okay, but problem solve हो गई. Now check कि problem क्या solve कैसे हुई है भाई, क्योंकि if we are saying that the problem has been solved, we have to see whether it has been solved or not. Okay, let's see. Numerical, simple numerical to understand the concepts. And then I will be going back. So for a super heterodyne receiver, the intermediate frequency, this is an example. For a super heterodyne receiver, the IF is given as 15 megahertz. Okay, just for a very high signals. Okay, 15 megahertz. And the local oscillator is tuned to 3.5 gigahertz. Tuned to 3.5 gigahertz. If the frequency of the received signal is greater than the local oscillator frequency, if the frequency of the signal of the frequency of the received signal, that means FRF, is greater than the local oscillator, then find the RF. First thing is find the RF. Find the transmission frequency, or I can say the frequency received. Okay, radio frequency. And find the RF, radio frequency. What will be my RF? If we are going for this solution, if RF is greater than FLO, then what will be my value of FL local oscillator? क्या रखेंगे? FRF plus or minus? Yes. FLO is equals to FRF minus FIF, right? ये है ना, कम होना चाहिए ना? Yes or no? या प्लस लेंगे? Plus or minus? Condition is this. Okay, so value of FRF will be equal to 3515 kilo megahertz. Okay, 3515 megahertz. Okay, so इस तरीके से. Now what will happen? अब बात करते हैं क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आ सकती है हमारे इस स्ट्रक्चर में, कि सब कुछ तो हो गया, बट व्हाट विल हैपन इज, यहां तक क्लियर है अपने को. अब प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है? सपोज एन FRF इज कमिंग. ओके, FRF is coming, and if I am generating, if suppose FRF is coming with 2 FIF, suppose I am saying my frequency of receiving is this, and if I am multiplying this with my FRF plus FIF जो कि हम बनाते आए हैं, FRF plus FIF, what will be my frequencies at the output? मान लो कि जो आउटपुट जो इनपुट फ्रीक्वेंसी है वो दिस है, वो इस रेंज की है, FRF plus 2 FIF के बराबर की है, and if I multiply this with FRF plus FIF, what will be my output? FRF, what will be my output? 2 FRF
2
plus
FRF plus 3 FIF.
FIF, and what will be the second output? FRF
FIF.
FIF. ठीक है? And if the same structure is used for this FRF and FRF plus FIF, जो हम लोग ने अभी किया था, so it will be also generating 2 FRF plus FIF and FIF. ठीक है? यानी दो stations, first station 1, station 2. Station 1 is centered around FRF plus 2 FIF. Station 2 is centered around FRF, but both are creating the same intermediate frequency. Both are creating the same intermediate frequency. So super heterodyne receiver तो confused state पे चला जाएगा because both are creating the same intermediate frequency and we were tuned to work at intermediate frequency. So अब क्या problem होगी? अब क्या problem होगी? Now we are confused. So intermediate frequency के समय जब stations के frequencies ऐसे हो that they are something like this, they are related like this, FRF and 2 FIF, then I will be stuck at an image frequency. This is known as image frequency. Okay, this is known as image frequency. So image frequency वो frequencies होती हैं जिसमें कि super heterodyne receiver create the same intermediate frequency. Okay, image frequencies are those frequencies at which intermediate frequency will be same, at which super heterodyne receiver will generate same intermediate frequency. So it will be difficult for us to distinguish between the two stations. Okay, so if I take FLO greater than FRF, in that case my image frequency F image will be equal to क्या होगी? This FRF plus 2 FIF. So my image frequency will be FRF plus 2 FIF. Remember this, these are the concepts and these will be the numericals for your mids and the quizzes. Image will be this. अब बताओ, if FLO is less than FRF, if condition 2, let's say case number 2, case number 1, if FLO is less than FRF, in that case my FIF is equal to FRF minus FIF. तो कौन सी होगी हमारी इमेज फ्रीक्वेंसीज? F इमेज क्या होगा? F इमेज क्या होगा? F इमेज की वैल्यू क्या रखी जाए?
टू FRF minus FIF.
माइनस FIF या minus 2 FIF? Say this, if you multiply these two, FIF ये है हमारा, ठीक है, और जो रिसीव होगा वो ये नहीं हुआ तो क्या, देखो इससे मल्टीप्लाई करो, क्या आएगा? 2 FRF minus 3 FIF, एक जनरेट ये होगा, राइट? व्हेन वी ऐड देम, सबट्रैक्ट करते हो तो क्या बचता है? minus 2 FIF plus FIF, so FIF,
FIF, okay.
राइट?
Yes.
ठीक है, तो एक सेंटर फ्रीक्वेंसी, एक इमेज फ्रीक्वेंसी ये हो गई, एक इमेज फ्रीक्वेंसी ये। ठीक है, रिमेंबर दिस, जब हम लोग सोल्यूशन दिए होंगे एफ एल ओ इज ग्रेटर देन एफ आर एफ ये लगाना है एंड ये। अच्छा, तो इस क्वेश्चन में व्हाट विल बी माय सेंटर फ्रीक्वेंसी, व्हाट विल बी माय इमेज फ्रीक्वेंसी? In this question, what will be my image frequency? Give me a output. What will be my image frequency? What will be my image frequency? Hmm?
3545 megahertz.
3545.
Yes, sir.
Again, think about this. Condition क्या है देख लो एक बार। तो हम क्या लगाए? यहाँ पर हम एफ आर एफ माइनस टू एफ आई एफ लगाएंगे या एफ आर एफ प्लस टू एफ आई एफ लगाएंगे? एफ एल ओ क्या लिया है?
माइनस
Minus,
इमेज
minus.
फ्रिक्वेंसी क्या होगी? 3500 minus 2 times of IF, that is 30. That will be, sorry, image frequency is sorry, RF is 3515. 3515. Image is 3515. This 3515 minus 30. So this will be
3475.
3485. 3485.
85.
3485. ठीक है? So this is a type of question that can come in an examination. First, you have to see what is the condition given. Okay. For the same question, if the condition was something like this, if the question, same question, if I am saying, let's say, okay, same question, condition given was if RF less than FL. In that case, my FRF would be, FRF कितना होता हमारा यहाँ से हमारा FRF होता 3500 minus 15, that is 3485,
Yes, sir.
right? 3485. And what will be my image frequency? If image will be equal to 3515
15.
megahertz. ठीक है ना? Right?
Yes, sir.
अब इधर देख लो, पहले जो इमेज थी वो अब आपकी आरएफ फ्रिक्वेंसी बन चुकी है, एंड पहले जो आरएफ फ्रिक्वेंसी थी वो इमेज फ्रिक्वेंसी बन गई, बिकॉज ऑफ द सबट्रैक्शन एंड द एडिशन, क्योंकि हम घूम तो वही रहे ना 15 प्लस में। ओके, दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड इमेज फ्रिक्वेंसीज, बिकॉज दीज आर क्रिएटेड बाय द एडिशंस एंड द सबट्रैक्शन, मतलब एक दूसरे के रिफ्लेक्शंस ही होती हैं ये दोनों, दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड द इमेज फ्रिक्वेंसी। ओके, so this is how you will be tackling the questions. Okay, so any doubt regarding this? This is your end of first unit. End of first unit. Okay, if you want to ask questions, please ask. Okay, let's take some numericals and then I will be ending it. Okay, just answer. The AM broadcast receiver is tuned to a radio frequency at 600 kilohertz. Okay, if I am saying this, then what I am telling you, फिर से रीड कीजिए, the AM broadcast receiver is tuned to radio frequency at 600 kilohertz. That means I am giving you
RF.
FRF. Okay, 600 kilohertz. If the intermediate frequency is, 455 kilohertz, then determine the image frequency. Determine the image frequency. Determine the image frequency. Determine the image frequency.
One five one zero kilohertz.
Yes. If nothing is given, you will be going for FRF plus 2 times of FIF. So this is 600 plus 9, 10, right? 9, 10, okay. 15, 10 kilo. Okay, so questions like this come in your examination. Okay. पूछना हो कुछ पूछ लीजिए, otherwise this is the end of the first unit. Then we will be starting with the second. Okay, कुछ queries नहीं है. From the next class, we will be starting with random functions. कोई queries हो कभी भी पूछ लीजिएगा. Okay, if you are planning for a test on Saturday, will it be fine? कुछ exams तो नहीं है पहले से, कोई test तो नहीं है.
For now, there is no test on Saturday.
Okay, so